to connect what that has to do with my life and what has to do with history at this moment. But we believe that everything is connected. So there are moments when I can get and I can feel it. A lot of times I'm not going to be able to do it because I don't understand. What's the difference? The Kohen Gadol is getting dressed up this week. Right? Hashem is dressing up the Kohen Gadol. Like, it's a big thing. Last week he made the Mishkan, which is corresponding to Gan Eden, and now he's dealing with Adam Arishon in the person of Aharon HaKohen. He's giving him back the big day Adam Arishon, the clothing of Adam Arishon, within the framework of Am Yisrael in the desert. And he's setting up that what we do, the house that we make, the person that we are, the clothes that we wear, are more than just, going to... It's like, as the Baal Shem Tov himself said, we're eating and we're putting on clothes, we're using utensils that have sparks of holiness in them that have connection to our own soul. So when I eat, it's hard work to be a Jew, but the work is so beautiful, it's cut out for us. I can say a bracha on a more conscious level. I can start to it's like, certainly on Shabbos I can be a little bit more conscious. That's already a great thing. Nobody's asking from us to big jumps. It's like little incremental steps and working with each other and becoming more conscious and aware with each other and caring for each other on a deeper level. That's all that's being asked for us. And I have a special thing with you. I wrote you a letter in response to one of your letters, and you got angry at me because I wasn't sensitive to your pain. So I really learned from that, and I'm bringing it out. That's maybe not fair to you. I'm sorry. I don't want to embarrass you, but I learned from everything, and I think it's the most that's being asked from us. What more can be asked from us? And I really think that the desire, the yearning to become better is so important here. It's a basic. I want to live a life of growing. I want my whole orientation in life to be one of growing. That means when my wife says something to me, I don't say, get off it. I say, wow, I'm so sorry. My wife and I had a joke for a while. We had what's called accusational therapy. It wasn't very funny. It wasn't therapeutic at all. And we needed a lot of help to get out of it. And Baruch Hashem, since then, which is, thank God, 24 years of our marriage, we have found that person that we finally found who helped us understand the dynamic of our marriage and how truly we loved each other. We just didn't know how. We didn't know how to express it. And she wasn't understanding me, and I was understanding her. That when we got it a little bit, ever since then, it's been so different. And so there's so much good that we can do, that we can be part of.
My question is not when it's easier and when you do get it, but there are many, many times that it's like knocking your head against the wall. And that those are the times I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the times where you get a hint on Shabbos or you get a hint to connect with something.
It's when you don't.
There's always times where you don't.
Okay.
Those are times I'm talking about.
I think maybe everybody in the room has some more, some less. Look at other people's times when they don't and be with them in their pain. In other words, one of the things to do when you're not feeling on is to not stay in your head and what goes on in our heads very often, is to become more aware of what's going on outside of us to see if we can be useful to somebody else. Go into a mode of chesed.
Don't be self-absorbed.
We shouldn't be self-absorbed, and that's one way. I'm saying it's an answer. Obviously, I don't want to do it in order to escape from my own problems. But what I want to do is to be able to not become drowned in my own self-pity.
You know what you said when you see this light, this great, great, great light, the infinite light, it's then nothing is, you don't see anything wrong anymore. You go into a level where things are not wrong. But you're not in that light that often, if you are ever.
Okay. Once I read an account of a near-death experience. There's a book in Israel called The Chaim Shel Achar HaMavet, which is not a translation from English. It's homegrown stories of real NVEs. And one young man woke up And his message was, everything that ever happens to any of us, it's not by chance. It's an incredible gift. Whatever happens. And so it's very hard. That's a very otherworldly way of understanding our lives. And we don't usually have it, especially if God forbid tragedy strikes. But it is a way to, it is definitely something to try and handle, to try and hold on to try and connect to. That's what the Torah of the Tzaddikim is about, is they give us the ability to hang on to that higher level even when it seems like, you know, come on. Like the Baal Shem Tov was asked, why is it that I feel sometimes that I'm really being close and all of a sudden, you know, like I feel like he just completely leaves me alone and abandons me and I don't feel anything anymore. And the Baal Shem Tov said, well, you know what it's like? He was mamtikit, he sweetened it. He said, you know when a mommy and a daddy are leading their little 1.5-year-old and is just beginning to walk, and he's standing, he's holding onto the table, and he's holding onto the chair, and he's moving along, a year and 1 month, let's say. And he's holding on, but it's very hard for him to let go of the chair, let go of the table. So you say, come on, I'll hold your hand. But then you let go. So he's standing there a moment in eternity, and he takes a step and falls. He says, okay, come on, again. Right? And sometimes on Shabbos, my grandchildren all started to walk on Shabbos because it's a family thing. It's a family thing, and like everybody's clapping. And it gives you like, you know, like, wow, it's so great. So they really feel that. So come on. And then we let go. But we're not letting go because we're mean. We're letting go because that's the only way you are going to be able to walk on your own and to feel your own oaths. So that's what the Baal Shem Tov says. That's really what Hashem does, is he pulls back. We take it like, you've abandoned me. But it's not. That's not his intention. His intention is, I want you to do it on your own. Come on, you can do it. So how we perceive the painful moments in our lives, not easy. Not easy. Nobody can say to anybody else, it's okay, honey. Unless, you know, it's okay, yeah, it's okay. You put yourself in another person's position. There are people who are suffering. There are things that are happening that are very heavy. We don't have all the answers. We just have that in the total picture of everything. When everything is over and done and everything will be understood, we'll look back and we'll understand. It was an awesome love. But at this point, we're right here, we're human, we hurt, and it's up to us to be able to feel another person's pain. If I felt pain, then maybe I can feel your pain. And maybe that's why I felt my pain, so I can even feel your pain. And it can be meaningful. And you can know that if I love you and I can be there for you in your pain, hey, wow, that's amazing, right? So we can start to help each other and heal. Anybody else want to say anything, please?
Well, I always have trouble with the Baal Shem Tov story about God and leading you on, because what do we do without God? It's like we're always supposed to do on our own, because whatever we're doing, we're asking for help from God. He's supporting us. So what is the without God that we're supposed to be doing, since it's all within Him and with His help?
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.